All right, Randy and Marisa here. This is our utility room, and we're gonna try to remodel this ourselves as much as possible. You can see there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the walls in particular. So that's all busted and cracked up there, and there's lots. They had an old kitchen in here, cabinets hanging up, and all sorts of stuff. They took most of the cabinets. They left one, and I took it down because both of us kept hitting our head on it. So it's out of the way now. We're gonna keep this because it's porcelain. It's ceramic, and it's on concrete legs. So there's really no reason to pull it out. This is going to be a utility room, all around, utility storage, whatever. And like I said in the first video, we're going to see about putting our washing machine, clothes washing machine right here. But after looking at this, I think we are going to have a plumber come out to put in a water line and to get us to the drain, and that way that gets done. The electrician's already been at the house. He's going to be back after Easter, and he's been changing plugs out, switches. So we're going to have him do this room too when he gets back. Just upgrade the plugs and the outlets and the switches, and it's a good thing. And just as a PSA, if you buy an old house like this here in Italy and you have the switches like this, and he told us this, and it was a little bit terrifying. Apparently, not only are the plates metal, but the whole thing is metal. The only part is this plastic that are, whatever that is, that old plastic switch material. I can't think of it. Help me out in the comments with that material, but Bakelite. I beat you to it. The Bakelite switches from the 60s, and he said what ends up happening, and he found a few of these in our house, is the wires get loose, and if that wire gets loose enough and it touches that plate, you're going to get a 230 volt shock. So we had him replace all the switches upstairs. He's done most of them downstairs. We told him not to worry about this room right yet, because we wanted to get it painted and get everything cleaned up and done. And when he comes back next week, we'll have him change out these 3 outlets and that switch. And so that'll be updated. And I got to find the hardware for the door because I took that off. I was swapping stuff out. I may just get new, get everything to match. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, this is our new project, so we'll show you our progress as we go. So sometimes you can't get these out. Like this one's gonna come out, okay? Let's see if we can get another one out. Whoops. That one there. This one here. And it's actually, I had to cut the bolt off because the head was stripped on it. So this one's not gonna come out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna see if it'll go in. Okay, so now it's in. And now all I got to do is put the spackle over that, and it's good to go. It'll stay in. So I got to do that with all these that are in here. I've done a lot of them, but there's a lot of holes and inserts in this room. They had so much stuff hanging on the walls. It's crazy. Anyway, that's where we're at. I've been working on cleaning this up too. Hang on, I'll get you a good shot of it. And it's got this rough stuff on the bottom. Like I said, this is porcelain, but I'm wondering if something's been like eaten away from the years of putting chemicals and whatnot in it, whatever they were doing in here. Put a scrub brush on it, put a power brush on it, degreaser, a lot of different things have been tried. So nothing seems to be working. We're gonna get a pumice stone or try something else, and that line of cleaning, maybe some Ajax. Then, like I said, I've got to change this because it drips a lot. So, anyway. All right. Gonna patch these holes up. We've cleaned up the walls. of the dust and the cobwebs. Now it's just a matter of filling all these holes. And the cracks. We've got a pretty long crack. It's dusty in here. We got a pretty long crack here. You can still see some of the dust falling. What I ended up doing was I took my air compressor hose and my blower, and I blew all the stuff off that I could, and a piece of hard something in there. Sometimes this stuff will harden up a little bit in the bucket. When this dries, I'll take a screen. I'll take a screen and screen over it to knock down any high spots I miss. But this just being a utility room, I'm not real concerned about, you know, I mean, that already looks better right there, and I haven't even gotten all of it. Okay. There are a lot of holes. And these, I think, because they're so big and deep, I'm probably gonna take two coats. Now we have these here. Use the big one and we can get them all. Nope. And this is why we knock those in, obviously, because we don't want the plastic or metal inserts in the way. We want to be able to go smooth with the wall. Some of these I may get off camera, sorry. It's the same thing over and over again, so I'm not really, you know, nothing new. Okay. See if I missed anything. Here's just a line. Yeah, I do have a big crack up here in the, see if you guys can see that. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up or not. It runs pretty much the length of the ceiling. And that one's gonna be fun to try and fill. It's gonna take me a while. But I think for now, I'm just gonna fill in all these holes, especially the ones I can reach. The holes in the cracks, if I can reach them without the ladder for now. I don't know if you're gonna see this or not. Okay. And this one over in the far corner here. All right. I'm gonna fill these cracks in as best I can. That's going to be fun. this cracked area is a little concerning. It's pretty loose. I may end up having to grind it out and cement it, like put cement back in it. But if it holds and it doesn't crack, I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. And I got a little bit in there, I got a little crack. I don't think I can get to it, I don't know. Let's see, maybe. You guys can't see this on camera. It's in between the pipe here. I did get it. The other thing I try to do is make it as smooth as possible so there's less screening to do. It just makes the job go faster. Get those hairline cracks covered up. All right. Again, not gonna be perfect. I'm gonna tackle those cracks up above later. But that gives you an idea of what we're doing. So I have the first coat of stucco on over all the holes and the cracks. And basically what I found in the corners is easier just to take your finger and go across the middle with the stucco. Like you would caulk. But anyway, so we're gonna let that dry and probably overnight. And I'm gonna put another coat on, maybe tonight I'll put another coat on it and screen it down, put another coat on it. And then tomorrow we can start painting and start putting this room together. All right, it's the next day. And I came down last night, I put another coat on over the holes, and so now I'm going to sand those down. So basically, just going to use a sander with a screen on it. These screens are made to sand off stucco specifically. My nasty mask, because I've been doing a lot of dusty work. And so we'll see. I don't know how much you're gonna be able to see on the camera. It's a bright white room. All right, you get the idea. So I'm gonna work on this, and we'll get painting after I get all this done. All right. So everything's in, sanded down, and I started cutting in. These are getting replaced, that's why I didn't tape them. I started cutting in around the frames and the top. So back to the grind. All right, I'm out of breath. I got one coat on it all the way around, even the ceiling. I'll let it dry, and I'm gonna see if it needs a second coat. I know there's some spots where the staining underneath came through, but you know, again, this is a utility room, and I just really want it to look better. So, but I'm looking at it now. I think with some of these stains, I may have to come back with the Mono Bianca and cover those up. But paint job looks like crap. It just isn't going through. But let's see what happens when it dries. Maybe it'll look a little better. All right, I got the room done. I decided just to stay with the one coat because it's a utility room, and I use the paint on other rooms. And I put this shelf back in. I've got another shelf I'm going to put over here. I don't have it done yet. I'm waiting till the electrician gets in and changes out these outlets. I ended up scraping the sink, and I got it mostly off of the base. The stuff was thick. I bought a new faucet for this, but when I went to take it apart, this is 157 millimeters across, which is odd. And the one I got was 150 millimeters, and you need that extra 7 millimeters. So I'm gonna wait on this because I have a plumber coming in, as I said earlier in the video, and we're gonna see how he wants to get it where we can put a clothes washing machine right here. So he may do something completely different with this, and I don't want to buy another faucet if he's gonna have to get something else in there. But yeah, that's it. My next project, and I'll try to get it on video. I've got to make a grate for this that'll fit inside. I think it's going to be temporary because we may have somebody just put the glass blocks in, take the window out, take the shutters out, and just glass block this up like we had done in the bathroom down here. But I'll get that on video. You can watch me build another grate. But yeah, that's it. Here's the utility room. So this was a fairly inexpensive repair to do, and just a lot of elbow grease. And again, it's a utility room. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, you can see, like, you know, that had a air bubble in it or whatever that popped. You know, that these are sanded smooth. I didn't put the rough surface back on, but you know, it's okay. It's not necessary. All right, thanks for watching.